Hello, welcome to Spanish Lessons with Dr. Alan Davison. The videos in this series are designed to be used with the Blurtso El Burro graded Spanish reader. The reader is available at Amazon.com or through my website at blurtso.com. Have fun. Today we will look at por and para and the differences between the two. I'm going to use green for por and then later I'll use red for para. One way to think of these two is to think that por is uh, through a space or through a period of time, throughout a period of time, whereas para is up into a point in space or up into a point in time. Okay, let's come up with some examples. These are all here on the left, uses of por. It can be used to render through, along, around, or by. For example, Juan fue, past tense, por el parque. Okay, Juan went through the park, through that space, throughout a period of time. María estudió por una hora. Maria studied for an hour throughout the period of time, throughout that 60 minutes. Because of or on behalf of, okay. Um, yo trabajé por Pedro. Okay, I worked for Pedro. That means in place of Pedro. In place of Pedro, because he wasn't able to go to work that day. The object of a search. This is very, very common. Fuimos, we went, a la tienda por pan. We went to the market por pan. Okay, that is the object of the trip was to go get bread. By means of, or by. Okay, hablamos por teléfono. We spoke by means of, by way of the phone. This could also be used sometimes for modes of transportation. Fuimos por tren. We went by train. In exchange for, pagué $10 por el libro. I paid $10 for the book. Exchange $10. I get the book in return. And per or by, a unit of measure, um, uh, estudié 3 veces por semana. I studied 3 times per week. Okay, per week, in place of the Latin per. Okay, let's go to our red for para. To or towards in a certain direction. Vamos para Chicago. Okay, we're going to Chicago in that direction. Okay, as opposed to if we had said over here por, vamos por Chicago, that would mean we went through Chicago. That was not our destination, but we were going through there. Here, we were going up and in that to Chicago and then stopping at Chicago. By or for a deadline. Okay. Um, let's see. Entregué la tarea para las 6. Okay, I turned in the assignment by 6. I had to turn it in by 6. Couldn't turn it in any later than 6 o'clock. In order to, this is a very common use of para, and it's when you're using para with an unconjugated verb, it renders the idea of in order to. Okay, estudio para ser whatever, médico. Okay, I study in order to be, in order to become a doctor. Okay, for or used for a purpose. For example, las cortinas son para las ventanas. Okay, the curtains are for the windows. That's their purpose is to cover the windows. Recipient of something. Okay, uh, compré un regalo para María. I bought a gift for Maria. She's the destination, the recipient of that gift. Okay, considering or for comparisons, para un profesor es muy tonto. Okay, for a professor, he is very silly. He is very dumb. For in the employ of this would be if you're working for a company. You're in the employ of that company. Okay, trabajo para la universidad. I work for the university. I am their employee. Okay, there you have it. Some examples of por and para.